should not be there.
And it may be specifically mentioned, my lord.
You have it here, Mr. Solicitor?
Yeah.
You have it, just give it to us.
That direction was.
What is the date? Yes, we passed that direction. What is the date of the downloading here?
Lord, yesterday my learned friend Mr. Agarwal downloaded. It's still yesterday it is there, my lord.
And Wikipedia was contacted and asked to remove it, and they said we refuse to be censored. This was their response. As of yesterday. They were
But this is
contacted.
not censored. You are you are right, but
No, we
this is
agree
not
with you.
privacy.
We
You are
agree.
being told not to commit an
Because
offense.
law mandates non-disclosure
Yes,
of the
yes.
It's
identity
an
of the
offense to disclose.
deceased in a case involving rape and murder.
228A, my lord.
Absolutely, my lord. So,
It's file 228A of the IPC.
so this is not censoring Wikipedia. This is only asking them not to commit an offense.
All right, we'll deal with that.
Lord,
Yes,
it is
yes.
still, we have checked up. It's still there. Still
All
it is
right.
there.
We'll pass an order. Yes, sir.
In the past, as far as DNA was concerned, there was a test called the STR test. Now we have GMON testing. Now, Marot, it is up to the CBI to take this particular technology, because this is what is where the whole DNA is taken and it is done. This is the latest technology which is available.
The genome testing.
Genome test. I will not, I know exactly when learned solicitor says that external agencies are being used. I was going to use that point, but I will not use it. There's also tower thumping technology. I believe that my,
Rest assured. We don't.
the last, but which is really troubling me from day one, is that there has to be two seizure lists. One at the place of occurrence, what they seized. The second is at where the post-mortem took place. Because there were these samples which were collected from the lady concerned, from the victim. When I was harping on the last occasion that the jeans and the undergarments never went to the post-mortem doctor, now that has been clarified that they were lying in the room. Why the investigating officer did not take it to the PM doctor, I do not know. But why not? I don't have a copy of the case diary, but Lordships will now have to look into the case diary. Because what is troubling is that the seizures had to take place in the PM room with regard
I
to
know.
all the samples which were collected. Now, what your Lordships has to see is that on the next morning, that is the 10th, at 10:30 a.m., whether those samples were sent to the magistrate. Why? Because the magistrate has to then forward it to the CFSL. What was the date on which these samples were sent to the magistrate for forwarding? Now, what the state will say is that 10th and 11th, which was a Saturday and Sunday, CFSL was closed.
In fact, I won't give again details here of the date because it will dislocate the investigation. We don't want someone to take advantage of it as a technical issue later on.
Yes.
But what the CBI has revealed in its status report is worse. It is really disturbing.
Maran, I have understood what they have disclosed.
You know-
I know what is where they are heading. That's why I'm not being able to.
What you are
disclose
flagging is of the utmost concern. I can only share with you that we are ourselves disturbed by what we have said, and this is what CBI itself told us. See page F at page 4. Flagged it for us. They are themselves very concerned about the fact that this is what has happened.
Another thing which is very disturbing is that the Kolkata police block a device, because that ensures that the hash value does not change. And it is very important. What is a hash value? It is basically the fingerprint of any electronic document. And the CBI has to seize the entire footage.
Mr. Solicitor, this aspect, which we highlighted last time during the course of the hearing.
Page ground G, page 5. We have
Give us a minute. Just give us a minute.
Yes, ground G, not ground, my lord. Para number G, page 5.
But, Mr. Solicitor, can you not summon ask the state police to make sure that this is handed over to you?
It's not handed over.
You have to seize it. You are investigating.
That process is on. So that process is.
So 40 days have passed. Whether it has been rewritten or not, that also we.
That's.
devices can.
Well,
Have you seized?
the difficulty is, my lord,
Please
devices
ensure
are.
that you seize the DVR. And And just find out, have you used the blocker device or not? Because you have to ensure the authenticity of the hash value.
And whether it is overwritten or not, because the devices can be overwritten.
That depends on the capacity of the storage device.
See, CBI has to ensure, because today your investigating officer is completely in charge of your investigating team.
Correct.
Make sure that the CBI itself seizes the entire, the DVR and the entire video footage.
Manoj, it has to be from before and it has to be after.
Absolutely.
And not only that.
Oh, you're absolutely right on
The
that.
troubling
You have-
factor is,
We have
Manoj,
absolute clarity, you're right on that. And we hope that the CBI is going to do
the
that. now.
troubling factor is, Manoj, that whatever was leaked to the media with regard to this particular accused, I'm not going into that. But Manoj, till date, the sketch map has not been shown to your lordship. Because from what I have learned is that the place where the camera was placed is not at the entrance of that room, seminar room. There are also other entrances and exits that the CBI will investigate because it could have come from the other side and gone. And one of the last thing is, my lordships, why? Because from the dead body challan, my lord, is now at rest because of the fact that it was shown to the Calcutta High Court. And my lord, we have footage. When the document was being looked at, I specifically said to my lords over there that this is the dead body challan. There was an acceptance and the thing was flagged. So there is no dispute that there is a dead body challan. My lord, the last thing is, my lord, on the ground.
Mr. Solicitor, just make sure, because even last time Learned Counsel had said that the dead body challan, that statutory form, was in fact shown to the Calcutta High Court. So ensure that your counsel there actually traces what was produced for the Calcutta High Court
That is
and
the-
hands it over to you, because has some bearing on what you have stated in the
Yes,
status
sir,
report.
because we are not given that copy.
Or if there's any dispute, I bought
When
the pen
CBI,
drive.
when the local police handed over,
You can hand it over to the solicitor right now.
The pen
so
drive.
that it-
I don't want
IO
to
is-
speak out of turn, Malas, this is an entire misstatement, but as and when your lordship
No,
give
but
me
let
opportunity.
the CBI, he has something in his custody.
Yeah.
CBI will look into it.
Yes, yes, absolutely, Malas.
Because
That
we have
five
made
three
a
seven one was
specific
handed over is a
statement
complete misstatement.
that when
Anyway.
we were given the documents by the Calcutta police, this is not what is given to us.
Right, what we will do is, apropos what the concerns are which have been expressed, we'll first record a short order. Please send a message across that the reason why we are not recording detailed reasons is simply because we do not want the investigation to be dislocated. Any word which we will say here should not put someone who is under scrutiny on guard and ultimately destroy the very cause for which all of you are appearing over here. Will ensure that your letter, for instance, is looked into by the investigating officer because there is a specificity about that letter. It will be-
Certain things are already done, but my lord, I'm not,
I just
But it should
one
be
more
looked
point.
at, yes.
Just to say, since the matter, if my lords would consider, my lords is taking status reports. The matter is coming up before the Kolkata High Court also tomorrow. Then the matter.
On to some of the things that have been said by him, Malas. For example, he said, Malas, there is no sketch map, the sketch
Can
map
you
is
just say
here.
this?
I have never said there was.
My lords, if we
One
may
second,
go
let's
turn
not
by
get
turn.
into this repartee between members of the bar. If after you read or after we dictate the order, you feel that we have taken into account something and made any adverse observation against you, come back to us.
Well,
at
the
that
only,
point of
may I
time.
say, the only
Yes.
problem is once this statement is made, Malas, that there was no sketch map.
I never said there was no sketch.
Well, that they-
It's not been produced.
That's
by
what
other-
exactly he said. Malas, that 5371 was shown to the High Court, Malas. In fact, we have a complete answer for it because 5371 was never used since 1997.
But Mr. Sibal, we'd like one
Malas, this is
element of
not,
cooperation.
what
by
happens is
Calcutta
their
Police.
statement goes on record.
No, but the Calcutta Police must also now cooperate with the CBI
course.
because they want the entirety of the footage.
Malas, it's all there. Malas, given, Malas, 7 to 8 hours of footage is given.
Why would they?
Malas,
Where is
Is of footage.
GRB, Ola, ask your police
Yes.
team. Has the,
Which-
ask her 1 second.
four hard disks.
Has the DVR been handed over to? the
Yes,
CBI?
yes. This is what happens, Malas. The statement is made that it is not handed over. It is handed over in front of people, Malas. It is not as doctors.
7 minutes, my lord. My director.
What's the
is
point?
here.
7 to
My
8
additional
hours.
director is here.
8 hours.
Not fair.
But it is a
Map
storage
also
device.
handed over.
DDR, not just the CCTV.
Everything is handed over.
Challan is not used. It's a
Now, Lord, we-
slip, which
We have a taking over document here.
has been signed
Malas,
by CBI.
1 second.
But that DVR.
We have a handing over, taking over document signed by CBI.
DVR has only 27 minutes.
What they are saying is this, that the DVR was handed over, but it has only a recording of 27 minutes footage.
It was sealed, Malaj. It was sealed.
But
They have
what
opened it.
makes
Yes. Otherwise, things go on. Of course. Investigation, Malaj.
there are two distinct things. Brother
Yes.
Manoj Mishra
Yes,
pointed
yes,
it out.
yes.
One is the video footage of the search and seizure.
Correct.
Independent of that, you have the DVR of the CCTV
Yes.
of the hospital, the medical
Yes.
college, particularly around the seminar room.
Hold on, don't.
Now, 1 second. We therefore want to know, has the DVR of the CCTV footage
Yes, handed
been
over.
handed
one
over
pen-
to the CBI?
one pen drive of
Because
capacity. Malaj, kindly.
CBI says, when CBI says that we have
Malaj, I'll read it. Malaj.
27 minutes of the raw footage of the search and seizure,
Correct.
that they do not dispute about
Correct.
27 minutes.
Correct.
When has the DVR of the CCTV at the hospital been
That
handed
is-
over to the
yes.
CBI is what we want to know.
Malaj, on 14th of August, one pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera number that installed at the northern wall of male ward department of respiratory medicine at 3rd floor of emergency building of RG Medical College, having coverage of the entrance of the Department of Pulmonary, etc., handed over, signed by them. Then
That
second-
is-
One
does
camera-
not cover the
One
seminar
second.
hall.
Just a second. From what you disclose,
Yes.
it appears that footage in relation to one camera outside the
Malaj, if you
department.
allow me
The seminar hall.
Allow me
That's
to
the
read the
problem.
rest, Malaj.
All right, go ahead and
The
read
rest.
now. Yes.
My lord,
Because
I
up to
just
now.
read one paragraph.
All right, just read out the rest.
Yeah, the rest is one pen drive of capacity 32 GB. This cruiser is containing the copy of the CCTV footage as mentioned in item 1 of seizure list dated so and so.
That's only-
White seizure list dated so and so. One pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera 16 installed at the ground floor on the eastern side wall of the main entrance admission ticket counter of emergency building of RG Hospital, behind the drinking water kiosk, facing towards southwest direction, covering the main entrance gate of KCRG, handed over. Then one pen drive of capacity 32 GB, this cruiser blade made pen drive containing copy of CCTV footage as mentioned in item 3 of seizure list dated 11, handed over. Well, then what is the point of saying?
Why would all
One
cameras?
second.
Further.
May I say this?
Yes.
You have identified the specific cameras in relation to which,
All of
All
them.
of them.
is it your statement that nothing remains with this?
Yes,
Kolkata police?
yes, all of them handed over. All of them.
All cameras.
All
They have signed
cameras,
off on it.
camera suggesting the
Part of the
seminar
diary,
room.
they
Let
have
them
signed
make a
off on it.
statement, my lords.
Why don't you read? Why just we give it, Malaj?
Yes. Handed over and signed off by them.
Page 5G, your lordships have seen. We have obtained from the authorities.
May I just hand over, Malaj, everything that's been handed over?
Signed off by them.
Just a Solicitor General file.
Yes. Yes,
How many exhibits were totally seized during the search and
yes,
seizure?
we'll just show that, Your Lordship.
Just tell us
Hand it,
how
I'll
many.
just hand it over the.
Just tell us how many exhibits were
Well,
seized.
just take this document,
What was signed off?
this is what was signed off.
When we handed it over to CBI, this is what was signed off, my lord.
Pen drive, hard disk, everything is there.
Can you share a copy, please?
Multiple hard disks.
Can you share a copy?
We'll give it to you.
There is a pen drive.
And bottom left corner is the CBI signature, Manoj.
My lords, it would be relevant to know how many CCTV cameras on the whole there are in the hospital.
Capacity
Everything-
of pen drive is not relevant. It may be capacity of 100 GB, but it might contain few minutes.
This has been disturbed.
They should have checked. It's 40 days now.
You've had these pen drives.
You've had these pen drives, you should have checked.
This is not on the CBI, the onus is on them to give it.
Oh, this list which you have given us indicates that several pen drives have been handed over.
Yes, yes. Serial number 12 onwards is the hard drive.
Hard disks.
Manoj, the four cameras, Manoj, in the Arjikar hospital are connected with all the cameras stored in 4 hard drives. All the cameras are stored in 4 hard drives and all of that's been handed over.
And 12, 13, 14, 15 other hard drives.
Well, then this ultimately is a matter of investigation.
In total.
And then Manoj, there's another statement was
Just
made
give
that
us a moment. Just give us a moment. The
Form.
a status report dated 17 September 2024 has been filed by Shri Satyavir Singh, DIG, stroke HOB, stroke SC-1, stroke CBI. Good stop. During the course of the hearing, we have heard the learned counsel appearing on behalf of, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the parents of the deceased, the resident doctors, and intervening associations who are appearing, and the original petitioners before the High Court. Good stop. We have explained to the learned, we have explained to all the learned counsel that at this stage, it would not be in the interests of a fair and complete investigation to disclose the leads which are being pursued by the CBI or the line of investigation. This may only lead to the dislocation of the investigation or destruction of evidence. We'll stop. All the learned counsel representing the resident doctors and other groups appearing in these proceedings have also agreed in their understanding that it would not be appropriate for any further disclosures to be placed in the public realm at this stage. Full stop. However, the status report which has been submitted, full stop. A letter dated 12 September 2024, addressed by the father of the deceased to the investigating officer of the CBI has been shared with the court. Full stop. The letter expresses the genuine concerns of the parents of the deceased and contains specific inputs on certain aspects on which investigation should be directed by the CBI.
I will
Full stop.
officially.
Bearing in mind the concern of the parents of the deceased, the genuine concern of the parents of the deceased, we are of the view that the inputs which have been furnished by the father of the deceased in his letter dated 12 September 2024 should be duly taken note of by the investigating officer so that appropriate modalities are followed to explore the leads which have been indicated in the letter. Full stop. Further, responding to the request of the father of the deceased, the Solicitor General has assured the court that CBI would CBI would maintain contact with the parents and would keep them informed. Keep them informed hereafter, so as to assuage their genuine concerns in regard to the investigation. Full stop. Next. Appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, Ms. Indra Jai Singh, appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, submitted that there is definite material available with the resident doctors, indicating the presence of persons at the scene of crime, which they would wish to share with the CBI. Full stop. She has, however, fairly stated that it would not be appropriate in the interest of the investigation to reveal names at this stage, but details would be handed over immediately to the investigating officer of the CBI. Full stop. This may be done so that necessary.
May I also share it with the learned Solicitor General, my lord?
Copy may be
She can
shared
give
with
me in a
the,
sealed cover and send it
may
in
be
a
shared with the
condition.
Solicitor General, who would in turn make it available to the investigating officer of the CBI in charge of the investigation. Full stop. Next.
I speak, Your Honor, on behalf of Medical Institute of India.
Some of the concerns which have been expressed before this court by the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the original petitioners may similarly be recorded in the form of a communication